Welcome back to part 2. Here we go. I put 2. Oh, sorry. Part 2. There we go. So we've been through this and we know what's happened before, and we know immediately before and with this particular plot what's happened before. And we've just got to the bit where Olivia has declared her love and given up and told Viola to leave, and then completely changes her mind. Stay. Prithee. So you just had the bit where she said, off you go, somebody will make you a fine husband, you'll make somebody a fine husband one day, now stay. And this is where the shoe came off, this whole bit here. So Olivia is now beginning to look, carrying on looking desperate. And I think that is the shoe throwing bit, only in that one production. But she's throwing herself there. She's losing her dignity. She had declared her love and then said, oh, you're not interested, off you go. And now she's doing some begging. She's getting to Orsino levels of looking ridiculous and wallowing. So this whole bit here, this fast exchange that we've got here has got a name. And you're going to love it because people always do stick. Myth. I hope I haven't got too many Y's. You might have to Google that. So sometimes it's I and sometimes Y. It's all one word, stickomythia. So you get a fast exchange. In English, you would call it a fast exchange. You don't get any extra points for saying, oh, look at the stickomythia here. And you actually lose points if you start explaining what stickomythia is. So anyway, here it is, and it's quite confusing. Stay, tell me what you think of me, that you do think you are not what you are. If I think so, I think the same of you, then you think, right, I'm not what I am. I would you were as I would have you be. So you can work out all the different meanings of these sentences on stage. It's a very fast move. You wouldn't have time to work out what everyone is talking about there. So, for example, Viola, we're aware when she says, I am not what I am, that she means I'm a woman, really. And the audience can laugh along with her there. And Olivia, I would you were as I would have you be. I wish you were, actually. Presumably, Olivia means I wish you were someone who was in love with me, but might really mean, but we know she's got to mean I wish you were a man, but she doesn't know that this isn't a man, so too many levels. I've got a headache now just from trying to explain any of that. And then, so they have the back and forth, Viola sort of half admitting it there, I'm not what I am. Olivia not taking it that way. You must mean something else, and I wish you were in love with me. So would that be better than what I am? I wish it was, because I wish it might. For now, I am your fool. So now I'm your fool. This is Viola sort of giving up the fight between them and saying, you know, you're making me feel stupid. And we have an aside from Olivia. Big moment. So Olivia talking to the audience, or talking to herself, however you play it. But instead of it drawing us closer to her, the audience know this big thing that she doesn't know, and it can make her look more ridiculous. So, oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. Doesn't he look lovely when he's angry? A murderer's guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. And then that is, I'm showing my inner feelings to the audience. The audience knows there's a big problem that she doesn't know about, and she looks ridiculous. I said that twice now. So, to Viola, Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maiden, honour, truth, everything, I love thee so. So this is a second, this is even more straightforward than the last time. That more great all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort thy reasons from this clause, for that I woo, thou therefore has no cause. But rather reason thus with reason fetter, love sought is good, but given unsought is better. So I love you and I'm doing the wooing. This is the unusual behaviour for the woman, so you don't need to, and it's much better for you to love me without me having to ask for it. So given unsought is better. Viola Cesario has clearly already turned her down and she can't listen to it. She is mirroring Orsino here. By innocence, Cesario returns, I swear, and by my youth I have one heart, one bosom, one truth, and that no woman has, nor ever none shall ever be mistress of it, save I alone. So I'm the only person who will ever be in control of my heart, but I'm also the only woman that will ever be in control of my heart. So there's two meanings. So I have one bosom, that what no woman has save I alone. So the audience knows, yes, because you're a woman, you're the only woman who'll ever have your heart, but it's got the double meaning. So for Olivia it means you're the only person, you're not interested in women, you'll never have a woman. And so adieu, good madam. Nevermore will my master's tears to you deplore. So she is now, instead of being sent off, she's saying, right, I am going. I've said twice that I'm not interested. And Olivia, this is I'm writing a 3, just visual aid. Yeah, come again. So even at this point, she is looking more and more ridiculous and desperate. And this is not the way the person at the top of the court behaves. This is not the way a noble woman behaves. Maybe you'll change your mind. You may move that heart which now abhors to like its love. And off they both go. So what you have to be able to do is write about it. So you've got this in front of you. Hopefully you've got lots of notes on it now. And you have to be able to split it into sections. I know the big thing I'm going to write about is the fact that I know that Viola is a woman and that Olivia is talking to a man. I'm going to talk about the inversion or subversion, the inversion of roles, this woman going off wooing, the master or the mistress of the house going off wooing the messenger. Shock. So lots of inverted roles and lots of audience having privileged knowledge. So how am I going to split it up? This bit is my first bit. Up to there, all that is Olivia thinking she's in control and a kind of joust between Olivia and Viola insisting things are on an official level and Olivia trying to make it more personal. I think I said too many things there. So that's sort of a bit of a boxing match and Viola insisting on being that this isn't going to go anywhere personal. Here then, this is a big turning line where I've put the start where Olivia basically admits that she wants Viola to woo her for herself, and that here's where she declares her love and Viola absolutely turns her down. I pity you. No, we pity enemies. No way. I think that is going to be my second. So I'm going to put my first proposal, sort of. It's not a marriage proposal. It's a sort of proposal of interest or something like that. First, change it, not proposal. That's going to be my first declaration. I mean, they all knew because of the ring, but this is the first one. Then my next one, there's Olivia accepting everything. She accepts it. There you are, and off you go. So that's my third thing is Olivia accepts the situation. Sorry, look at that writing. Sorry, I'm writing my finger. That's what it is. So then we have Olivia change her mind, battle it out. And this is going to be her second declaration. And then I'm just going to have, it's going to be Viola. I'm going to end with Viola insisting on leaving this time. And Olivia's third attempt. There. At the end. Okay, well done everybody.